From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Good Monday morning. It's 5:30. Welcome to Montana This Morning. I'm Victoria Hill. Thank you so much for kicking off the week with us. And we welcome Mr. Ed McIntosh doing a complete 360, or was it a 180? Yeah, 180 with your schedule.
Yeah,
and then you have to do a
spinning.
360, just spinning around in circles.
Whoa. It feels like that most of the time,
Yes.
doesn't it? Especially on a Monday.
Yeah, it's like, where am I? What am I doing? But it's so good to have you here filling in for Miller today. And every time Ed's here, I'm just like, I feel like I'm meeting a celebrity and I just don't know what to say when the time comes. I'm like, so, Ed, so Ed, good to see you. I can't get past that. But
A celebrity.
yeah, a celebrity.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Like
you are. You really
Bozo the
are.
Clown
Like
or-
Bozo the Clown, yeah, or the Three Stooges,
Yeah,
one of the
something
three.
like that. Okay, let's take a look and see what's happening this morning as we start with the Stockman Bank weather cam. And you can see some of the low haze that's starting to move in from some of the showers over the weekend. Northeast wind right now at 14. At 44, that's about it. It's not going to get much warmer for us around the area. In fact, the eastern plains will see a little bit of a warm up, but most of southwest and south central Montana will see the temperatures drop. You see the rain showers starting to show up on Doppler radar. In fact, let's just zoom down a little bit. Temperatures in here in southern Montana, northern Wyoming are in the 30s and 40s to get the day started. So from a lot of locations, especially into the mountain foothills, it's already pretty chilly. And all that blue moving up shows the potential for snow showers, or at least a rain-snow mix. It's definitely going to be snow for the higher elevations, but it could back off a little bit. Notice it tries to stay away from areas north of Lewistown or as far east as around Miles City by later on in the afternoon. So planner for today, expect those temperatures to drop, and that could mean rain showers mixing with snow by later in the day. Victoria?
Our top story this Monday morning. The week kicks off with more debate over President Joe Biden's large spending bill. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump is giving his opinion on the package as he once again holds rallies in the Midwest. CBS's Christine Orfini has more.
When it comes to President Biden's Build Back Better plan, the thing most Americans say they know about it is the price.
Not enough Americans know what's in this bill.
A new CBS News poll finds that while a slight majority approves of the bill, only 10% say they know specifically what's in it. But 59% have heard it could cost $3.5 trillion, something Republicans have repeatedly criticized.
They really should be working with us on an infrastructure package that would pass overwhelmingly, but instead they just have an insatiable appetite to raise taxes and spend more money.
The bipartisan infrastructure bill is still waiting for a vote in the House, while Democrats debate the size and scope of the larger spending plan. The CBS News poll finds Americans overwhelmingly support individual elements of the bill, like Medicare expansion and paid family leave.
I'm genuinely optimistic that in the Senate, we are going to get the Build Back Better bill and pass it and get it over to the House.
But former President Trump, who held a rally in Iowa yesterday, urged Republican resistance.
Congressional Republicans must stand strong. This is not a time for Republicans to fold.
Mr. Trump has not ruled out a 2024 run.
I can't say keep America great, so I'm back to make America great again. Dash, slash, comma, again. Make America great again, I don't know.
Meanwhile, former President Trump has also directed 4 of his aides not to cooperate with the January 6 investigation taking place on Capitol Hill. Those aides were supposed to sit down for interviews with investigators next week. Christina Ruffini, CBS News, the White House.
Thank you, Christina. The U.S. will now provide humanitarian aid to Afghanistan. Government officials reached a deal with the Taliban to help Afghan citizens in need following a meeting between the two sides this weekend. The U.S. insists it will not recognize the Taliban as a ruling party in Afghanistan. New projections show the economic growth for this year in 2022 will be lower than expected. Goldman Sachs expects more Americans to hold on to their cash and avoid the shops. The firm looked at several factors, including the reopening process for businesses and how much Americans have saved. It says the latest surge in cases continues to hamper people's willingness to spend their money. Facebook is rolling out new measures to help protect teens on Instagram. The move comes after testimony from a whistleblower raised concerns about the platform and its impact on children. One of the features on Instagram will encourage teens to take a break from using the app. Another will work to help teens avoid looking at a lot of content that could have a negative impact on them. Many businesses around the country are waiting on new guidelines regarding vaccines and the workplace. While some business owners are mandating shots already, others are waiting on soon-to-be published rules from OSHA. But as reporter Joe St. George explains that while announcements could come in the near future, it's almost certainly guaranteed to face a legal challenge.
The next phase of the pandemic is becoming clearer. More government rules that encourage more vaccinations.
Vaccination requirements result in more people getting vaccinated.
President Biden last week made clear he believes mandates improve public health. A White House analysis shows mandates have increased vaccination rates by 20+ percentage points in businesses that have them. For the moment, though, the decision to force employees to get vaccinated is being made by individual business owners. But that will soon change as the Occupational Safety and Health Administration prepares to release a new nationwide vaccine rule at the directive of President Biden. OSHA, as it's known, was created in 1970. Most people know them for workplace flyers ordering employees to wash their hands or use goggles. The agency, though, has the legal authority to issue an emergency temporary standard, an ETS, for workplaces if a grave danger is posed. Their expected new rule: mandatory employee vaccines in businesses with 100+ employees. Employees who don't comply will likely face weekly testing. President Biden has said this rule could impact 80 million Americans. But just because he wants it done doesn't mean he's going to actually get it implemented.
Conservatives around the country are beginning to mobilize, taking their argument to the courts.
Last month, attorneys general from each one of these 24 states wrote a letter to President Biden in opposition. The letter called the proposals disastrous and counterproductive. Your edict is also illegal, they wrote. That could put the debate over vaccine mandates in the hands of judges and perhaps the Supreme Court in the coming months. America's judicial system has struck down OSHA mandates in the past. The last major one involved asbestos in 1983. OSHA wanted buildings to have lower level of asbestos in them. The court ruled that was unnecessary. In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.
Some peace of mind from one of the world's foremost infectious disease experts. Dr. Anthony Fauci says families should feel safe if they plan on trick-or-treating. He says if people want to further ensure their safety, anyone 12 and older should consider getting vaccinated. A new study is raising more concerns about how the pandemic is impacting mental health. A team from Boston University says before the pandemic started, about 8% of adults reported depression. Fast forward to April of 2020, that number went up to 28%. The team then surveyed those same people in 2021 and rose to 32%. Southwest Airlines passengers scrambled to get onto new flights around the nation amid widespread cancellations over the weekend. As CBS's Laura Podesta reports, exactly what caused the disruption depends on who you ask.
Ryan Lacey and his family were looking forward to flying to Florida this weekend to visit Walt Disney World. But like thousands of other Southwest Airlines passengers across the U.S., their flight from Denver was canceled.
We're going to try and get there. When, I don't know.
Southwest blamed air traffic control and weather-related challenges for more than 1,800 cancellations. But the FAA said its staffing shortages ended Friday. Sources tell CBS News a Southwest staffing shortfall this weekend was a factor in why so many of the company's flights were grounded. Other airlines didn't face widespread cancellations.
I was told there may be a crew issue, basically.
The union representing Southwest pilots denied speculation it had ordered a sick-out in response to a COVID vaccine mandate. That same union asked a court Friday to block that requirement. Southwest apologized for the massive travel disruption, saying it was trying to get people home quickly and safely.
It's not been fun. It's not a good way to end our honeymoon.
Like many travelers, Teresa Smith said she needed to return to work today.
I'm sure the emails will be full, so I've got to get back.
Southwest says it's still operating fewer flights than it did pre-pandemic, which makes it tougher to reschedule passengers. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
Incidentally, the federal vaccine mandate begins December 8th, and airlines that don't comply could potentially lose government contracts. Thank you so much for starting your Monday with us here on Montana This Morning.